Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm going to be testing the Witcher Trilogy on the Steam Deck. So we got the Witcher 1 Enhanced Edition, the Witcher 2 Enhanced Edition, and the Witcher 3 Enhanced Edition or Definitive Edition. This one is verified, Witcher 2 is marked as incompatible, and this one is marked as playable. So we're going to be going through each of them and how to configure them. So let's get into it. So first of all, the Witcher 1. Before launching the game, I recommend you go here and in community layouts, select this one, Steam Deck Witcher 1. So click on it, press X on your Steam Deck, because this game doesn't have a gamepad. It's all mouse and keyboard. And I think it's mapped properly. So first of all, 800p Steam Deck's resolution, so native 16:10, thank you. And in advanced settings, I did something rather interesting. On TLC, you can put it on 4 times if you want to, but lower the visibility range to average. This game uses only one core, and if this is not on average, if it's on far, it's going to drop below 60 in foliage heavy areas. I didn't notice much of a difference, so keep it on average. Otherwise, you can play the game, so let's jump right into it. This is the save that I always use, in the middle of a forest. So should be a good stress test, at least for this engine. There we go. Welcome to The Witcher 1. As you can see, flat 60s. If the draw distance again is set to far, you're basically screwed. Although it still drops a few frames here and there. But as you can see, the combat is classic PC gaming, clicking on things. And some T-posing. I forgot how to play. So yeah, there you go. It's so weird to be playing this. But hey, it works. Not perfect, it drops frames here and there because one core at 100%. But if you keep the visibility on far, it's going to be pretty terrible. So let me show you how it looks on handheld mode. Alright guys, welcome back. We're now in handheld. So you can use the trackpad for mouse control. So yeah, use the the thing that I showed you at the beginning. Also camera sensitivity, put it on 2. But as you can see, the UI is small. This is clearly meant for a bigger screen, but it works. This is so weird. I played this game actually not when it came out. I wasn't a PC gamer back then, I think. I don't remember really. But when The Witcher 3 was announced, I played this one and then The Witcher 2. I already played Witcher 2 at that point, but I never finished it. So when The Witcher 3 came out, I was ready. So that's basically The Witcher 1. You can actually get this game for free on GOG. If you're interested, check the video I left in the description. It still works. I made that video a few years ago. And you can still get it officially for free on GOG. DRM free, you should be able to launch it on Steam Deck by installing Heroic Games Launcher. But this is my Steam version. So yeah, it might require a tiny bit more tinkering, but it'll work right away. So yeah, let's jump into The Witcher 2 now. Okay guys, now The Witcher 2 Enhanced Edition. Once you launch the game, I recommend you force Proton Experimental. So to do that, when you're launching the game here, go into Settings, Properties, and in Compatibility mark this box and select Proton Experimental. This game has a native Linux port, but at least in my experience, Proton worked better. And you'll get this launcher, which is annoying at the beginning, but with your fingers you can select the options. So go into Options. I'm using a mouse and keyboard for comfort. Click on Configuration, Custom, and tick show advanced options, and this entire menu will show up. And here I'm basically targeting 60 FPS, so keep it like this. The only thing that I disabled was oversampling, which is super demanding even nowadays. Ridiculous. Then cinematic depth of field, I disabled it. It's very demanding. Maybe in the cutscenes we can use it. It's a little bit too strong. If you want to use it, enable it. It will only affect cutscenes. And I lowered the LOD to normal, which is not a big hit to visuals. And it'll makes us run it at 60. And it will make us run it at 60 even in areas with a decent amount of objects. So yeah, after that, press OK. You'll be back in here and press launch game. And you'll be into the game, basically. You can skip the launcher with a command that I left in the description. You can use it if you want, because sometimes you get this and it takes a bit to start. Okay, so we're now into the game, and you need to do a couple things before starting. In control options, make sure the controller is Gamepad, otherwise your controls won't work. So yeah, once you do that, you can load the game. I'm going to load one of my early saves here, I think it was. Whoa, these saves are from 2018. That's insane. Oh my god. I'm getting old. Okay. So this save is with a good amount of enemies. Oh, there we go. But it looks pretty good. The anisotropic filtering is a little bit low though, which bothers me. Okay, is that all of them? We skip everything. Oh, that's pretty cool. I forgot how to play the game, so I'm probably going to die. But that ballista would do the trick. Man, it's burned in my memory. But this part will be terrible because I forgot how to interact with the game. It's been a while, guys. I've been playing The Witcher 3 all this time. Oh my god. I forgot how to block, also. Oh, there we go. I wanted fire. God, this is horrible. Okay, this is how I block. Oh my god, that took forever. Sorry, guys. I'm remembering, okay? Trust me, once you level up, it'll look more interesting. At the beginning, it's very basic. Before doing that, let's swap it to handheld so you can see how it looks on my hands. Okay guys, we're now handheld. Looks beautiful on the smaller screen, definitely. I don't see the jaggies as much, which makes complete sense. It's a 7-inch screen, but the text is tiny, unfortunately. That's an issue with the first game as well. In the Xbox 360 version that came out way after this one, they had a bigger text because they knew you were on a TV, not on a monitor. So yeah, that's the biggest disadvantage on this one. But it's way more controller friendly. Alright guys, so this is way ahead in the game. We got forest. Looks more interesting visually, in my opinion at least. It reminds me more of The Witcher 3 actually. You can clearly see that Witcher 3 is an evolution of this. So yeah, looks beautiful. but as you can see, uses way more GPU than the previous part. But again, this is like more than 20 hours in, I think. I played this game from beginning to end, did a lot of side activities. It looks great. I'm super impressed. I expected this part to drop below 60 though. That's a nice surprise, actually. Okay, so I abandoned someone. Apologies. But as you can see, it works just fine. Looks amazing on the smaller screen. The jaggies are a little bit annoying, but that's okay. It's a product of its time. So yeah. Anyway, that's it for The Witcher 2. Let me show you now The Witcher 3. And finally, The Witcher 3. This one is the next-gen version. I couldn't find the other one. Maybe it's in betas. Let me check very quickly. Yeah, you can play the classic release of Witcher 3 if you want to. Personally, I'll stick with this one, that is the newer one. But do as you wish. So this is basically the remastered version, and it's verified. So we should be able to play just fine. And once you click on play, you'll get a launcher, which again, you can skip by putting an argument, a launch command that I left in the description. In this case, I didn't show it to you because you need to go to the launcher to set something important. So let me hide the FPS counter so you can see what I'm talking about. In this launcher, make sure to select DX11. DX12 still works, but uses more CPU, at least in my experience. So select DX11, click on play, and after this you can go back and disable the launcher in the command argument. Again, in the description if you want to copy and paste. And now we're basically into the game. So go into video, graphics, and there's lots of options over here. So we got anti-aliasing on TAAU, SSAO, high reflections, no motion blur. All this like you see here, hairworks, no thanks. And as you can see, all this is on medium and low grass density. This is because I'm trying to get 40 FPS basically all the time. 60s was incredibly difficult, even on the lowest settings with a lower resolution. On the X12 you can use FSR. Here it's not available for some reason, but I think you should be fine on native resolution on this game. 60s again was very difficult, especially on a CPU standpoint in the more demanding areas. So this is the 40 FPS configuration. If you want a little bit more frames, lower the full HD visibility range to low. But I think like this, it should be okay. So yeah, let's get into the game. And sorry, I forgot to mention, on display, we are on native resolution. Maximum FPS, you can put whatever you want. Let's put it on unlimited, because we're not getting super high FPS on this one. So yeah, now let's jump into the game. Alright, we're here. 40 FPS configuration, let's see. We're going to be moving quite a bit. This part is more CPU heavy. So yeah, I'm doing this for the first time. This is Novigrad. The biggest amount of NPCs is over here. So yeah, some minor drops in the upper 30s. But in here, if you're not riding a horse, you'll be at 40. So it should be fine for the most part, like this. Especially if you lock it to 40, the CPU and GPU will do less work. So let me swap into handheld mode, and I'll show you more areas of the game, because this is only one face on how the game runs like. So one sec. Alright guys, welcome back. So now in the Steam menu we're going to lock it to 40, so refresh rate all the way down to 40, like that. 40 FPS cap, allow tearing in this case, and you should be good. So now we are running it at 40 FPS. If you see a flickering, it's because my camera is 60 Hz. So that's not how it looks on the screen, it looks very smooth. So now it's time to go into the forest, to make it more GPU bound. But in the city you'll see stutters here and there, happened on my computer as well. Even in the older version of the game. I do like the new camera closer to Geralt, looks pretty good. The text is a little small, but I think you can increase the size. So that shouldn't be a problem. Remember that this game is also on the consoles, so... And here is when you get to trees, good amount of foliage, pretty good amount of foliage actually. And this is why we lowered the grass density. That's what affects the GPU the most in these locations. Come on. So yeah, pretty good. Most of the time it should be into the 40s like this. And I think it looks amazing, especially with the TAAU implementation. But if you want to get more consistent 40s, go into the options, video, graphics, and you can lower the foliage visibility range to low. And that should make it more consistent, but overall, should still be fine. If you don't mind a couple drops below 40. Oh yeah. It's great, highly recommended. This is one of the few games where TAA works perfectly fine in a way that it makes the game have a way better image quality. Especially for the amount of trees and vegetation. Let's jump into another location super quick. Okay, so now we are in one of the DLC cities. Toussaint, I think it's called, or something like that. And as you can see, if I look at the entire city from up here, it drops into 39. Oh my god, unplayable. So let's get down. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Roach. I've been playing too much GTA. I forgot the controls. So we're going to go down there. Oh, move. But it's a beautiful colored city. Oh god. Come on, Roach. Thank you. It works really well. And well, apart from the base game, you got the DLC. That is another lots of hours on it. Personally, I finished the main game and then the DLC came out and it was interesting to check here. But then I never touched the game again. So I never finished the DLC actually. I have 2 DLCs to go through. And I have to remember how to play the game properly. But that's okay. I can deal with that. And I'm happy to report that I can get to the 40s completely fine with the settings we used before. Sun drops into the upper 30s. Oh, we're good to go. Looks great. So let's now do a quick 30 FPS configuration. Welcome back guys. So now a 30 FPS configuration, so 800p. We'll lock it to 30 with the Steam Deck built-in OS level FPS lock, but you can do it here as well if you don't want to use that. In this case, I'm going to use the Steam Deck's native one. Then in graphics, I did a few changes. So anti-aliasing TAAU, which looks great, sharpening on low. SSAO, this is the same. What I did increase, number of background characters on ultra, the rest on high. and also ultra textures. Except in foliage visibility range, this is on medium, is the draw distance of foliage, as the name suggests. With this on high, it dropped below 30, so keep it like this, and lock it to 30. So we go back into the game. And you need to go back to 60 Hz refresh rate, lock it to 30 there, and boom, you're good to go. So playing at 40, this feels terrible. But hey, what can you do? It looks great. But personally, in this game, I mean, 30 is fine. So this, in the areas with lots of foliage, will save you a few times, which is good.
Not so fast, Roach.
So let's fast travel to our usual destination.
Oh, you're fucked.
Oh, hi there. Not a good time. I wanted to fast travel, but sure. Oh, it was that easy. Okay. Reduce 2 atoms, I guess. I also took the liberty to increase the size of the HUD. There's an option in display for that. So let's go directly into the city. Unfortunately, it doesn't scale the options menu or the post menus. It only scales the HUD. I remembered now how to call the horse, so let's go. This is again CPU heavy. Come on, Roach.
Long live acceptors.
There we go. High settings. Looks great. But again, remember that you can get 40s with a few sacrifices. But in the smaller screen, really, still looks amazing. In my opinion, at least. We're in the DLC city. And looking from a distance, we seem to be fine. So let's get into the horse. Go all the way down. This game looks so good. It blows my mind. That came out almost 10 years ago. I'm old, guys. I'm old.
That's it, Roach.
The first time I played this game was on a 750 Ti. It was one of my first big videos on this channel. So in big part, this game helped me get to this point on YouTube. I had a huge spike in views. I recorded a video on this as soon as it came out. That graphics card. And that video right now has over 100,000 views. So it helped quite a bit. Let's leave it at that. So if you want better visuals and don't mind 30 FPS, there you go. Works great. Again, personally, I'd rather get 40s, but still, very impressive. So, okay, to sum up, the Witcher franchise, saga, trilogy, series on the Steam Deck is amazing, in my opinion. Witcher 1 works right out of the box with the controls that I showed you. Drops below 60, but it's old engine, uses one core, it's pretty annoying. Then, it's also an old PC game, so it's thought around the mouse and keyboard, which is very obvious, but you can use the trackpads and it's fine. The text is very small, so I recommend you use a desktop for that one, or maybe use a monitor connected to the Steam Deck with mouse and keyboard. Then The Witcher 2, it was fine, very few adjustments, works right out of the box, very easily at 60s, it looks great. And The Witcher 3, you just saw it, you can choose between 40s and 30s. If you do 40s, you need to do some minor sacrifices. But it still looks great. And that's basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful, insightful. And I'll see ya next time. Bye guys. Thanks for watching.